What is up, legends? We are back, and check this out. Gacha Monthly. Like to come in, check it out, talk about it real quick. From aspect of we play most games out here. Um, and I know somebody literally plays the first game, which is Love in Deep Space, and yeah, it just continues to be like a really good husbando game. And obviously making 53 million. That's crazy. Um, Pokemon just fell off hard. I was like, what happened to Pokemon? And damn, down to seventh. What happened? They ain't have no, they were selling the legendaries. And I guess it just really did fall off. But anyway, Genshin went up to 41 million Honkai Star Rail. Obviously with the March 7th, which is overnight, coming in 37 million with waifu is it's gonna make that money. Just is. Um the next one is going to be big. They're probably going to make like 50 million, maybe even more. Might even go close to 100 next month. So, or this month, and rather, we'll see. Fate Grand Order did half of what it did before. Naruto Mobile 27. We have like the spin-off kind of version of it now that I'm showed this week on the Naruto Mobile game, where you can actually play that game now. So we can actually play it, and people are seeing why this game makes as much money as it makes. Like it's crazy that this version they just never put it there. But 27 million. Arcanite's is up to 26 million. Again, like I was saying, Pokemon went down 30 million to 23. That's crazy. Uma went down to 22, so it's finally cooling off a little bit. So they bring in like the really legendary characters. Like I want the Sniper Girl whenever she shows up. That's when I'm playing officially when she shows up. I really don't care outside of that. Wooa. Wooa just kind of like stays between 15 to 30 million. It just swings like that. But I wouldn't even be mad at that. That's good money. Same thing with Nikkei. Nikkei stays between 14 to 20 million all the time. Good money. It's good. Monster Strike 2. It's what it is. And then Gundam. And a lot of these games have the same thing in common. Destiny actually getting up to 11 million is pretty good. Destiny is a really good mobile game. It controls and plays like a PC game on mobile, so you should definitely try it. If there's anything I would suggest, up to you. Like if you're looking for something new to play, Destiny is great. Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, kind of like hanging in there. Zenless, I didn't expect to be down here at like 10 million, but that's it's still 10 million. They got the other games that could pay for it if Zenless ever falls off. One of the reasons why Zenless is like hard to break into like being like the really big is because you can't really idle, and people like to be lazy somewhat. Genshin, I know they're gonna be like, well, Genshin you can't idle either, but Genshin you can hit like 2 buttons and win. You can't do that, and other people get mad. You can't do that, brother. I literally get it in my feed where people have like builds and elemental builds. I'm literally watching 10-second clear of hardest content with this elemental combo, but like 10 in the world DPS, 10 seconds, dog. If that ain't idle and auto, I don't know what it is. You clicking the button like 5 times and eating the sandwich. Like, come on. You can't do that in Zenless. It don't work like that. You can get clapped. You gotta parry. You gotta move. You got perfect dodge. You gotta have proper builds and everything else like that to fight with stuff. You just can't do that in Zenless, which is probably why people don't play it on mobile too often, because that's really hard to do on mobile. Like my son was doing that. I was like, you gangster. Like I don't know how you doing that. Shout out to my oldest son, Cam, you gangster, because I don't know how you be doing that. I'm Yoji right here, hanging in there. I always keep saying I'm gonna come in and play. Kaiju number 8, which is actually, I heard, a really good game. I have never covered it because they block all emulation, and when companies do that, I'd be like, nope, not covering it. You see me when I can actually play this on the PC and like make a video in 4K, then you see me. Outside of that, I'm not doing it. One Piece Battle Rush, Bounty Rush rather, hanging in there, 7 million. Seven Mites Rebirth. Seven Nights Rebirth. 7 million, 7 million. That's kind of like what Netmarble does. That their recent thing, like I'm not a fan of what they did recently. With their I think it's like a paid banner or something like that. I'm like, brother, like speaking of that, I'll literally show you what I mean right now. Like I'm kind of like confused. Like what? Like hello? Like why? Okay. Um. Yeah, I could be off on that, but I'm just not a fan of this. I'm just really not. Like it's kind of like you are coming in like if you had 7 million right now. You debuted at 7 million, by the way, and you do something like that when everything else up here doesn't do that. And I have this problem like with games like with Etheria and other games like that, even Outer Plane. You have to look around. Like you can't do things that the competition is not doing and thriving, and then you're doing that. Like that's just not gonna work. I don't understand how companies can sit in meetings and just think that's a good idea. Like no, it's not a good idea. I don't know, man. Like common sense when it comes to like fiscal stuff and these gacha companies, it's like morons run them. I hate to say it any other way, like than that. It's like they just are not educated. Dragon Ball Legends right here, 6.1 million. Cookie Run Kingdom Global right here, 6 million. Gakko and Idol Master, another 6 million. Summoners War Global coming in looking okay. Hatsumiko Colorful Stage at 5.7. Battle Cats at 5.5. Shadowverse Worlds Beyond is kind of like hanging in there. This is actually a really fun card game. If you have not played it, another suggestion out here. If you want to play something, I really like this game. Marvel Contest of Champions. I'm like, this is like the OG. This is hanging around. Ensemble Stars. I don't really play that. Reverse 1999. Hanging in there with their 4.1. Acecraft is a very fun game. Again, I played it on the channel. I don't know how they made 3.9 million because that's another game. You barely have any currency in that game, but they hanging in there. Infinity Nikki is underperforming right now at 3.3, but that's because of their choices. Ever Crisis obviously is going to make money because the new Sephiroth is finally here doing this thing. Epic 7 is underachieving because of their choices as well. Memento Mori, I think this whole entire thing is a lie. I don't know who is giving them money. Pokemon Master, this is underachieving. This should be better. This is a really good game. Blue Archive fell off hard. That's a hard drop. They must not have anything good. Loveverse Chronicles, I don't know what that is, so I'm not even going to comment on that. Bang Dream hanging in there, but we can't play it because it's a music game, so yeah. Light and Night completely fell off. Like Light and Night was out there making 30 and 40 million. I guess people don't care anymore about it. Persona made, I'm surprised that they had the swimsuit event up and they made less. That's crazy. One Piece Ambition, it's an okay game. 2.7. Brown Dust fell off a little bit. Shiny Nikki Combined, but why is that? Oh, yeah, different. It's different. Slime and Psyche made because they had the collab going on with Slime and Psyche, so they went up to 2 point. They hanging in there. One Piece Treasure Cruise, 2.4. Girls Frontline, 2.2. Haiku Fly High, and Seven Deadly Sins. So again, you see what's not on this list. Again, they did not make the list. Is Etheria, and I'm not saying that I gave up on Etheria, but Etheria obviously is not listening to the right people. Okay, I don't know who they listened to. I don't know what their plan is. But every other video, I give them ideas in ways that they could literally be easily in the top 10. There's no reason for that game not to be in top 10 outside of the choices that it makes. That's really all it is at the end of the day. So I don't know, man. I would hope that they would like want to do better, like to do better. You know, kind of like is what it is. You can't make a company do anything. I can't make any company up here do anything. However, I can confirm with credentials that every company that I have advised actually listened and made money. I have confirmed credentials for that. So I really don't know what to say. I'm not trying to be like a know-it-all and stuff like that in gaming, but I'm the longest tenure and most experienced gacha gamer, like damn near almost ever, because I was the first one. So when I come to you and say, hey, I can help you make 10 million, some companies listen and go make 10 million. Other companies make $10 because they don't want to listen. So catch you guys next video. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.